Hi, welcome to this edition of the micro lesson. Have you ever wondered whether you can draw this kind of sketches? Now for this lesson, we will learn how to do it, step by step. Now we're going to use another technique called the grid method technique. Grid method technique for drawing this 2D sketch. The grid method technique requires first, as the name imply, we need to create a grid using light guidelines. Now normally we will create a grid as 4x4 grid. Let me demonstrate to you. By now you should be able to draw straight line freehand with ease. If you're not comfortable with drawing vertical line or either horizontal line, you can always turn the sketchbook around so that you can create even lines like that. Now you have a 4x4 grid. Now this grid we use guidelines. We're going to draw the same picture as I have shown here by using this grid. First of all, we need to identify the original object. You may want to draw a similar grid on top of it so that it can help you to guide you. But from here you can see that the center 4 grid will be used for the circle. Okay. Now we want to draw the circle. For drawing circle, most people have difficulties if you are just sketching this way. You will need to have part of your palm be pivot at a certain point so that you can actually move around the area of the circle as like this. You'll notice that my palm here is resting on the paper and it doesn't lift out. Let me demonstrate how to draw a circle from here. You will start from a point, and before you actually draw it, you may want to just try it out on top this way. Lightly, and you will have somewhat of a circle shape. Next, you want to sketch the rest of the details. You want to first look at how this is being formed. You can see from the original sketch, it starts from the end of one of the grid here, slowly go to the top and towards the end and come down. So you may want to do a bit of marking out so that you know where to start and where to stop. And similarly, like drawing circle, you pivot your palm at one side and you can do a smooth sketch this way. Coming downwards, it's a slight turn in and you will end at this point. Similarly, you can use this technique to draw. Notice that as I draw all this out, I'm using construction line. It's not very dark, so that later on you can use outline to really come out, so-called impress the drawing that you want. Now I will complete the rest of the detail. Notice that I will turn around my sketch pad so that it's to my advantage in terms of drawing the sketch that I want. Sometimes you may find that slightly there's some improportion in terms of the sketch. It may be the grid that we have is slightly bigger or smaller at each end. So in this case, because we are still using construction line, we can adjust the grid by just do a light grid line, guideline, and from there you make your adjustment. Now after you have used your construction line to come up with all the details, the next thing that you may want to do is to use outline to mark out all the parts that you are satisfied with. Now your teacher will guide you through the grid method.